Good times create weak people. Weak people create bad times. Bad times create strong people. Strong people create great times. This is the cycle of history.
Fear stops more dreams from coming true than anything else. The fear of failure is the #1 cause of failure. To take the jump is hard because you got to take a chance. But folks, you get one time round the track in life. You don't get to go round twice. If you stay safely planted where you are and you never jump, you're not gonna ever live. You're going to merely exist. What if I? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. If I had only. That there are people's dreams coming true every day with the exception of yours. It's hard to be successful, but it's hard not to be successful.
The mindset has to be destroy any limitation and move forward, move forward, move forward. There is a way, move forward. It's all a matter of, do you adapt to the life conditions?
If it was so easy and everything else, you're on the wrong path, man. Go into these endeavors, these changes, transformations, knowing it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Accept that, welcome that. Because those are the challenges that creates the betterment of who it is at the end. Without those struggles, those pressure plates of life, then there is no molding of the character of who you are into that person. You can't go buy it. You gotta earn that shit. You gotta be willing to lose something to gain it.
Because when things happen, and they're gonna be unjust things, it doesn't matter the color of your skin, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter what country you're from. Injustice is everywhere. It's gonna happen to all of us at various times. Or it may not just be injustice, just like, wow, you got cancer. I mean, it's like, what do I do to deserve this? It isn't like that. It's not something you earn by brownie points. It's like, okay, what am I gonna do with what life has brought me?
The real winners are still and always will be the people who aren't immune from obstacles, but instead see obstacles as an opportunity to get better. They see this as the path to winning, and they are right. They will always be right. And no matter how much we try to soften the world down for everybody to feel like a fucking winner, not everybody will be. The only people that are gonna win are gonna be the people who recognize the opportunity to improve when they get punched in the fucking face, which happens to all of us.
Mental toughness. It is in those times we have to be stronger than we've ever been before. Why? Because they need us more than they ever needed us before.
It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what race you are, what gender you are. It doesn't matter who your fucking parents are. Dude, we can make every excuse in the book. But I promise you, for every excuse you can make, there are literally thousands of people who had it harder than you that have done what the fuck you want to do. There is nothing that can fucking stop you when you become so skilled that every single person around you sees that and it recognizes that.
Leverage is what makes change a must, not a should.
Some dudes come with that beast and other dudes just show up.
You're always on your own.
One word, progress. Progress equals happiness. If you keep growing, you're gonna feel alive. And if you keep growing, you're gonna have more to give. And when you're growing and giving is when life is magnificent.
There's things that you know you're supposed to do as a human being, things that you know are gonna improve your life. Do those things. There's things that you know are gonna make you a worse person and make your life worse. Don't do those things. Don't do the things that are making you weaker. Start doing the things that are gonna make you stronger and smarter and faster and healthier and gonna make you a better human being.
You really got to figure out what you're made for, and nobody knows in the beginning. So you start where you are and you do what's in front of you, do what's next, and you keep growing until you start to discover, hey, this is my real passion.
What you don't want to do is live your life without options, and not being successful kills all options.
I hope it is fucking hard. I hope it's so fucking hard that no one can do it. That way, when I do it, I'm that much more ahead of everybody. I want it so fucking hard to be so hard and so challenging that when I get it, man, I reap all the reward. I don't want luck in the equation because I don't need it.
This, your mind, your emotions, your body, you have 100% control over what you do with these things, and that's where the game is won. You win the inner game, then you win the outer game.
I don't give a shit what the endeavor is. You're gonna find a way to do it. That's the differential right there. It's confidence that no matter what's in front of you, the never say die attitude drives you through it. Asking how hard it is looking for something
believe that strongly that you will cross that finish line.
If you want to be great, there is only one way to guarantee that you will have those things. Only one. And that is becoming so fucking good at what you do, no matter what it is you do, that it is undeniable that other people recognize how great you are. Because becoming undeniable is not something that sticks with you in a certain role. It's a character trait that you fucking develop. That means any place that you are put, you will put in the work. You will learn the skills. You will improve your arsenal to become the undeniable best in that role. And if you have that attitude to where it doesn't matter if you're cooking French fries or you're making $10 billion business deals, you are going to be the absolute best that you can fucking be. And there's nothing that can stop you.
If you can just keep believing, when nothing in you is working, when all your external forces have given way, if you can just manage to somehow keep hoping, just hope, you have a chance. You just can't become hopeless.
We all know when we're relaxed exactly the person we want to become. The question is, do we believe we can become it? What are you gonna do? How bad do you want it? There's two options: to continue forward, pushing upward. And if you do, that dream is given birth, and forever you will live in the reality of it. If you stop, quit, throw in the towel, I promise you there's no distance you can travel far enough to find that dream again. For it is dead. It's your choice.
Rome wasn't built in a day. We all know that. But Rome also didn't fall apart overnight either. And that is representative of life, because you don't achieve worthwhile goals quickly or easily. They take time. They take struggle. They take relentless pursuit day in and day out. That's what it takes, either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down. You have to watch. You have to watch every single second, because those seconds, they turn into minutes. And minutes turn into hours, and hours turn into days, and days turn into years. That second that just went by, that counted. And so did that one. And in those precious seconds, you were either building or you were decaying. You were either gaining ground or you were losing ground. Every second counts.
The energy that you project from your mind is what you get. And so the difference between successful people and non-successful people is what goes on in between here. That's it. They're not smarter than you. It's just that they thought themselves into a different position. And that's all. You have to master this. You are your greatest remote control. You think rich, you get rich. You think poor, here come poor.
Believe in the difference you can be. Stop being average when your potential is crying to come outside and be more than that. The pain that destroys you isn't this shit. It's later in life knowing you could have been more, and all that's left is you and the fucking year and tears of a possibility left that you allowed to die. Own your fucking life, guys. You had every opportunity. There's no excuse not to be the hardest motherfucking worker in the room. Your name's attached to it. It's gotta mean more than anything.
Remember that this isn't easy for anyone. Remember that anything worth anything is worth fighting for. Remember that the battle doesn't fight itself. You are the one that has to fight it. Remember that there's a price for victory, and that price is hard work and early mornings and late nights, and that price is unmitigated daily discipline in all things. In those times when you can't remember everything I just said, just remember this one thing: to get out there and get after it.
The greatest achievement of somebody comes right after their worst defeat. when they've hit rock bottom, hit the bottom of the barrel, they got nothing left. They're dead broke on their back. It's at that point, guys, when everything's lost, that everything can be gained.
If there's a fucking obstacle to overcome, we're gonna overcome it. If there's a fucking barrier that needs to be broken through, we're gonna fucking break through it. This is what winning is about. And at the end of the day, the world needs winners.
We compete, we fight, we scrap, we live to fight another day. We don't retreat against nobody.
Get there and start working. Like, you're not gonna feel perfect every day. There's gotta be those days you push through.
And no, it is not easy. But you're not going to get it from anyone else but you. And it is the thing that is going to bring you freedom.
Imagine the life you can live when you let go of the thought of failure.
You've got to sacrifice who you've been and put all of your time and energy on building the new you. In order to create the life you want, it requires sacrifice. It requires discipline. It requires expanding the time that you spend with yourself, looking at yourself and asking yourself the question, is this the life that I want to live? Is this me? Only put off for tomorrow the things that you're okay with dying in you today.
Be fucking great. Put the time in to learn the skills. Put the skills into practice and make a commitment to becoming so good that all your peers say, that's the motherfucker that's the best. And if you can do that, no matter where you are, no matter if you're cooking French fries, no matter if you're managing the restaurant, no matter if you own 1,000 restaurants, no matter if you created the fucking brand, you cannot be stopped.
Life is one big mind game, and you play it with yourself in the grip of life. When life has you by the throat and choking you out, and you're sitting there calm because you're trying to figure it out. You're not panicking, you're not quitting, you're not throwing in the towel. You're saying there's a way around this. And when you figure it out, when life has you gripped in a vice, and you can figure that out, that's when you overcome.
Live your life like you're the hero in your movie. And right now is when the fucking movie starts and your life is a shitbag disaster. Like, pretend that's you. Right now, you're in the part of the movie that starts and it shows you as a fucking loser. And just decide not to be a loser anymore. Live your life like there's a documentary crew following you around and you are analyzing your own behavior. Do what you would want to do so that your kids one day would look back at it and see that documentary and look on it with pride. Like, wow, my dad was a bad motherfucker. He really did what he had to do. Wow, my mom really got her shit together. And the way to do that, you gotta think that you are the hero in your own fucking movie, and then you gotta sit down and you gotta write shit down. Write down what you need to do.
You either are or you fucking aren't. You either will or you fucking won't. You're either going to become or you're not going to become. And it's not because of the outside circumstances, it's because of the inside circumstances. So you can tell yourself all the shit. None of it's true. Just know that every fucking excuse that you've made for your fucking life is bullshit.
You get one shot at this gig right here. Life. One life. That's all you've got. To take action now to become a better person.
You know, you could be anything you want. You want to be an astronaut? You could do it. You want to be a chef? You could do that. You want to be a firefighter? You could do that. And the real world will quickly remind you that you ain't shit. And they will give you every fucking reason as to why you can't be what it is you want to be. The truth is this: if you're willing to pay the price, and you're willing to do the work, and you're willing to take the time, and you're willing to consistently get up when you are knocked down over and over and over again, which is going to happen to you, you can make it here in America.
Those days when I'm tired or worn out, I go anyways. I don't really want to work out, I work out. I really don't want to hammer on a project, I hammer on the project. Don't really want to get up and get out of bed, I get up and get out of bed. Don't give in to the immediate gratification that is whispering in your ear. Shut that down. Do not listen to that little voice. Instead, lift the weights, sprint the hill, work on the project, get out of bed. You need to get things done. Chances are you will realize that the desire to rest was just weakness. It was just the desire to take the path of least resistance, the downhill path, the easy path.
1 + 1 is always going to equal 2. 2 + 2 is going to equal 4. And 10 years of motherfucking work when everybody else is partying, making excuses, doing the cool thing on the weekend is going to pay off. It just is. At the end of the day, you can win if you choose to learn the things that you need to do and then fucking do them.
Now, what's in front of you, man? You have to face, you have to overcome, and move forward.
Are you going to buy into the narrative that you can't? You're only here for a short time. If you're not going to show people what's possible, who the fuck else is?